Thank you very much. I'm very happy, honored, and privileged to receive this award. Who I am to receive it. Regarding my story, where I came from, who I am, I feel humbled to receive this award. What I like into the Peace, Justice, and Security Foundation is about the education part of it. But we have to question ourselves, what kind of education that brings peace? What kind of education that brings accountability? What kind of education that brings justice and security? Florence have said it. Not all educated people are necessarily peacemakers in the world. That means we need an education that touches hearts and minds of people. We need education that brings, as you said, in the Peace and Justice Security Foundation, that brings ideas of peace, of security. We need education that really breaks the cycle of hatred. I have attended so many workshops, so many meetings and conferences. People are struggling. What kind of materials we need to use to teach peace? It's a huge question. And I'm very sure that some among us have those questions. The answer is not too far. People, stories. Florence stories can teach people. In Rwanda, we experienced genocide. What kind of stories we have that can teach people? I have seen and have witnessed of how the power of the stories and the power of past experience, how we can use it to prevent the future. Example is when I went to Central African Republic last year in September, was really a great opportunity for me to go there. I went to a church and they asked me to stand up and give a testimony, my testimony. I said how during 1994, due to genocide, I lost my parents and my 4 sisters. And I have seen my mother before she dies. And I had the last word with her, from her. She's told me, go and be a man. Be a man in my culture is the encouragement. She said, if you survive, be a man. And I hope with these words, I'm trying to be a man. Testimony. When I was speaking, giving my testimony in the church in Central African Republic, I stood up and I said how I've forgiven people who killed my families. Not only my mother, father, and the 4 sisters, but those who killed my extended family, 80 members of family, I've forgiven them. A woman in the audience, she stood up and said, if you can do that, I can forgive the person who killed my son. And I felt very happy that my testimony have had an impact on someone and saved life of someone. We spoke about education. This is kind of We don't need professors. We don't need books and books to talk about theories. People can teach others. Example is one of the tools we use. A young girl, 10 years old, during 1994 genocide. She was 10 years old. She acted against the instructions of her grandmother, and she rescued 1-year-old. She carried the baby from Rwanda, for those who know this distance, to Congo with a family, and everybody hated her. But she took decision to come back. Today they're living together. This is a symbol of critical thinking that we're talking about. It's a symbol of empathy. It's a symbol of courage. What kind of materials you need to teach about critical thinking, empathy, and personal responsibility when you have this testimony and you ignore it? It has changed life, and I've seen how people get changed, and I'm very privileged to be a teacher, teaching children, teaching about peace and forgiveness. Thank you very much.